having a business and growing a business, you got to learn all parts. Y'all know all parts of a business. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
I mean, I felt you whenever you shook your head because I know what it's, I get it. But some people don't understand that. They just think that the part of the business is just the last thing, which is the, you know, the party.
It's the tip of the iceberg at that point. You know, honestly. Yeah, because everybody show up on show day, have a great time. We'll see you in a couple months. You know what I mean? But it really be like that because, like, the preparation and the mental side that goes into just putting on a show. Like, you don't know how many times we'd either change the date, change the venue, lost the artist, got an artist back, artist canceled the day before, got to find another artist. It's like, no. It's work, but
yeah,
it teaches you how to be, and I know you could attest to this too, it teaches you how to be flexible, and because you could have one move that, yeah, this is going to whole month, you know what I mean? Or maybe we pivot this way, you know, it's going to take a little bit more work, probably mad that we even got to go this route in the first place, but it's what we got to do to get to where we want to go, period, point blank. It's real small room for sadness in this line of work.
Hold your applause, I ain't done yet. Immortality got me weary since Kobe died. I got this watch on my arm, but I'll never know my time. So my focus lies in my work, which got me in overdrive. I can't break for a day. I'm in a maze of my mind, I can't make an escape.
I'm here with Brilan Kelly. Listen, promoter, businessman, just travel enthusiast. I mean, bro, you got a lot of different things go to him. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Man, I'm grateful to have you on the show. Before we start, I want to tell everybody, all the new subscribers, we had 27,000, now over 27,000. Truly appreciate it. You know, I dropped 13 days ago, and it's crazy. But yeah,
I was trying to pick up some pointers while we was offline, trying to figure out how you got there so fast. I'm trying to take notes.
Yeah, nah, man, nah, I definitely appreciate it, bro. Like I said, it's been 2 years. Hey, to all my new subscribers, I'm hella grateful for y'all. What's crazy is, like he was saying, I actually was in Vegas. When I was in Vegas, I had just hit like 26,000. So the night after I actually seen you, I was at like 25,000, like 900 and something. The night after I seen you at the club, whenever we was at Live, that next day, that morning, well, obviously it was already morning, but I ended up hitting 26,000. So now we connected and I'm at 27,000. So I'm like, dang, this. It's only been it's only been a couple weeks. And nah, bro, I want to tell you before I let you introduce yourself, man, I appreciate you just for the hospitality, you know, that you showed up. Me and my friends, bro, truly appreciate it. But I'm going to let you introduce yourself, then I'm going to get back to talk about what happened at Live. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, let's just start off by saying Trey didn't just walk in with anybody. He walked in with the hottest DJ in the world, John Summit. So to my surprise, it caught me a little off guard because John don't roll with too many brothers, man. So that's why I was like, who was this? Nah, it was definitely dope. But he came on a good weekend. That was probably one of the best weekends we had in a long, over the summer and everything. So no, I'm so funny enough, since I seen you, I started an R&B show. It's called Sim City. It's doing pretty well out here in the city. We got a residency this past year over at Dre's. And in that meantime, I became thank you. No, for real. That was a really big thing, especially just us being local.
Yeah, local. Yeah. We're going to get into that, but go ahead. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, to round it all out, yeah, in the midst of, you know, doing Sim City, I became the entertainment manager over at Blue Las Vegas, mainly for nightlife, you know, inside Live and Live Beach and all the lounges and restaurants that they have going on for DJ programming. So it's been dope. It's been really dope. Long way from Lakewood. I will say that.
Yeah, big facts. So first, y'all, I want to get into the Vegas story, and then, well, no. First, I'm asking the question. We'll get to the Vegas stuff later. Because, yeah, for sure. Man, first off, crazy journey. I kind of want to start it off with this. So your journey getting there. Let's talk about the hoops. I remember you from hoops. So I'm like, you know, whenever we walk into the club, I'm like, damn. I'm like, D, I know that DJ, like, you don't know him. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, I think he used to hoop in Seattle. As I said, bro, he was at Pierce. I know, bro, I don't forget faces. So I was like, bro, I think he LaMelo friend. They're like, LaMelo? I'm like, oh, he used to hoop with me at JUCO. But, you know, I'm lit. I'm drunk. Yeah, I'm drunk. So what's crazy is John Summit, I didn't even know him. So we were in Vegas for my friend's birthday. I came with two of my friends. One of the friends is his girlfriend or his fiance is best friends with John Summit's manager. Okay. So that's how we was able to get in, because she was like, oh, no, we going to go over here. So I was like, oh, yeah, that's dope. Yeah. So crazy. So it was funny though when you say that, because I looked there, I'm like, dang, yeah, it ain't too many brothers in here. It was only
it's me, you, and the two you brought.
yeah. Real talk. Real talk. Yeah, shout out to John Summit though, man. He's a cool dude, man. Great DJ, funny, very funny behind the scenes too. Like very funny.
You can get him in, like, you know, when you just see him on stage, you don't know. You cool, you're not. But when you find out that they're actually real people, they can get down with you. I love that. There's only
like being back there taking some shots with him, it was so funny. Like he really a funny dude to me. True. Dope experience, but I kind of want to get back to it because, you know, having to leave where you from is a big thing that a lot of people take for granted. And, you know, as being young and being wanting to hoop, there's trials and tribulations that people go through when after your senior year and you're like, dang, I want to play basketball. And there's choices that you have to make. So let's talk about what got into the choice for you to go to Pierce and how hard was it for you to leave Vegas?
See, I always had like a very, adaptive type of personality, because we have moved around so much. My pops used to play football. So off season we one place, in season we another place. You know what I mean? So we're just constantly bouncing. And when it came to Pierce, I was actually about to go to Virginia. It was a school out in Virginia, prep school. I think it was like Massanutten or something like that. And about a couple weeks before I was going to leave, I ended up, you know, getting the call over to Pierce and going out there. And honestly, like, just being around so many trees and greenery and oxygen, I was like, you know what, might as well come out here. Like, I probably have a better lung system being out here, bro.
Yeah,
and it was just something like, you know, I wanted to hoop. You know, it really wasn't too much thought into it. You know what I mean? The only thing is I knew nobody in Washington, not a soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that, other than that, that was probably like the biggest obstacle, is like, you know, just being okay with just starting over. You know what I mean?
Facts. And bro, and I think that, like, I left too, because, you know, I'm from Louisiana and I went to Tacoma. So I think that, bro, like, just because we both have an adaptability about ourselves, being able to adapt in different environments, I feel like we take that for granted sometimes, because, you know, there's a bunch of people that, you know, that I know that has never left the city and that's scared to go into a new environment where they don't know the weather's this, and they use so many obstacles and things to try to defer them from making a choice of being in the unknown. And I feel like the unknown, and I want to talk to you about this, get your mindset on it. I feel like the unknown is something where you automatically gonna grow. Like, it's automatic growth in the unknown. Because if you think about it, whenever you're comfortable or you know where you're going to be at, like if you're comfortable in where you live or whatever, where's the growth? You know, but if you go in the unknown, you're going to learn everything about yourself. You got to learn how to adapt. You're going to learn how to eat. You're going to learn how to carry yourself. You're going to learn how to meet new people. So, you know, some of the things that might shield, you know, some people might not shield you because you're in that unknown. How you feel about that?
I just know, like, you hit the nail on the head. I think that when you put yourselves in situations where you have to kind of be comfortable being uncomfortable, like you said, that's where real growth happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to grow kind of doing the same thing every day. You're going to get really good at it. Yeah, you're going to get them reps. But in terms of like evolving and, you know, learning to, you know, mature in ways outside of what your current social group is, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like people get stuck in like what's around them, and like everybody around you could be elevating, but sometimes there's a ceiling, you know what I mean? And it's no fault to anybody else's own, but other people get you to kind of elevate yourself in a way where, you know, you become more universal. That's like the whole goal for me, at least, is like the more you experience and the more things that you go after and, you know, you try to accomplish, you start to become more just, like I said, more universal type of mindset, personality, where you're just more adaptable to things and you're more comfortable trying shit. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing I do. I'll try shit.
Bro, real talk, real talk. And I say that because like when I interview people, it's most people that done jumped in the unknown in some part of their life. And like even, you know, how we was talking before, you was like, bro, how'd you grow your page? Like, what are some things that you did? That was my unknown. I'm like, well, I don't know if people gonna just like me. I think they like me with somebody else if I'm interviewing them, or, you know, they like me when I talk about mental health. But man, it's unknown. Let me just show them me. You know, and it worked. But I think that having a mental mindset to attack that process every day in the unknown, because think about it, like you went out there to hoop, I was out there to hoop too, but you're like, man, I don't know nobody, but I just love basketball. And some people don't understand what a true passion or a true calling or just a true purpose will do for you. It'll unlock those stages of where you think you can't do something, then you'll do it. How you feel about that, bro?
No, that's I could agree with that too, especially in terms of just understanding. I think a lot of that has to do with like running your own race too. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people get caught up in like, you know, seeing so much going on around them, whether it's on Instagram, whether it be in your own circle. You know what I mean? Like you try to compare yourselves to what other people's story is. In reality, that's not yours. In reality, your timing is in nobody else's hands but yours, and sometimes it's not even in yours. You know what I'm saying? It's in his hands. You know what I'm saying? So you really ain't got no control.
Facts.
People just got to be more comfortable with just being able to see the process and understand that ain't nothing coming, you know, like you said, like nothing's coming at a snap of a finger. It's coming with the growth. It's coming with the maturity. A whole nother timeline, though. Everybody got different ones.
Big facts. And bro, talk about running your race and how, you know, how it takes work and time. I want to talk to you, like, what got you into the nightlife of Vegas? Like, after you leave hoop, you go back home. Let's run it down, because everybody just sees, you know, the glitz and the glamour. So like, what was the starting process of that?
So what's funny is only the guys really notice. I think I left hoop at my peak. I left Washington and I went over to go play down in Fullerton. And funny enough, I felt like I was really just getting my win. You know what I mean? Like shot was falling. The bounce was insane. We was gaining weight. Like, you know, it was seeming like we was hitting a real turning point in this hoop thing. And here comes Sim City. You know what I mean? And so it was one of those things where I kind of had to sit down and really see what mattered to me long term. And I didn't want to be hooping for that long. Like I didn't have these crazy. I was realistic with myself. I didn't have these crazy.
Me too. I was the same way. I was the same way. I was realistic.
You know what I'm saying? I was there for the sport, and I loved, you know, the competition. But I knew in 5 years I didn't want to be dribbling basketball. I wanted to do something in terms of, I think, entertainment. And it was really just fell into the party scene. You know what I mean? And we never looked back after
before you go, I gotta say this before I forget. It's actually crazy that you say that with people like knowing their ceiling when it comes to hoop, because I feel like a lot of people can't distinguish the two. I still know people that still try to hoop, and it's like, bro, it's dead. They didn't look at life outside of that. But nah, keep going. I just had to go throw that in there for people because
it's uncomfortable. Trying to remove your whole sense of self. And then coming to a new person, dudes don't know how to judge. Like I'm telling you, it's 40-year-olds right now still trying to find eligibility. Like,
real talk,
don't know how to give it up. So it's like that's the hard part. Is like, you know, you get so accustomed being one way, and then you got to change your whole world around. And sometimes it's hard. It's a few that could do it, honestly. But like you said, I do know a few fellas that's still trying to live that hoop dream.
Yeah, for sure. So, bro, let's talk about Simp City. So whenever you were like, okay, well, boom, I'm not gonna be hooping all around. So how did Simp City start? Like you and your friends, like what was that process of y'all getting together, and how did that come about?
So this the group I have with Leverage, man, we known each other for probably like the shortest time I have in the group is 9 years now. Everybody's just known each other for almost a decade. You know, we all been partying together. We used to throw house parties, hotel parties, like, and it was never really for no bread. Like we was spending bread, just having people come pull up just to have a good time. You know what I mean? Like we never was really doing it for the money side of it. But we started seeing that when you're getting so many people to come so many times out of the year, you got a little community to with you. So we always, at the end of the night, was playing some slow R&B, bro, like some 90s, some 80s cuts, you know what I mean? But like some stuff that you're not playing at turn up time. Like it was simp hour. That then translated into me going to R&B Only. R&B Only is a very famous R&B show that's been doing it for, I think it's their 10th year, if I'm not mistaken. But I went to probably 7 shows in 3 months. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Vegas didn't have anything like that. Vegas has EDM and the big clubs and the, you know what I'm saying? Like there was no R&B in the city at all besides little hookah bars and lounges. But we wanted to make it an emphasis. So as many people as we can get to singing 90s, 2000s R&B at 2 o'clock in the morning at the crib, might as well find a venue to get a little bit more space. And from there, we just hit it. We kind of figured out what works in the city. We figured out how to kind of move in a city that's mainly, focused on the Strip. How do we get the attention of the city coming local? We needed to build the community, develop the show. And I feel like right now we're at a really good point, to continue on. This is our 6-year anniversary in December. So
love. My birthday at the end of December, so that's love.
So you have no other plans. What is it? I can't even say the date. Can I say the date yet? Is that legal? I don't know. We're just gonna hold it. We're gonna hold it.
Yeah. Hold it. Nah, hey. But first off, that's amazing. And I want to talk to you about the mental process of that. So let's break that down a little bit more. If you're not understanding what you said, him and his friends came together and they was already doing something, but they realized that there was a point up to where that they can make real money. And then through that point, they had to slow down and talk. And what people don't understand is when you're grinding to push or you're grinding to chase your dreams, that you might have to take a step back to actually sit down and learn and see, where do I want to go? How do I profit from that? But that comes with sacrifice. So not only did you sacrifice, all of your friends sacrificed for the betterment of y'all together to get a point so y'all can be, being able to not only keep having fun, but get paid for having fun. So that, I feel like that is a big thing that separates people from being successful. Having to step back, having to learn. So what was your learning process that all y'all had to come together? Like, okay, like I'm good at this. I'm going to do this. You do that. Talk to me about those conversations.
Shout out my dog, Jay, man. That's my my partner, my CEO in Leverage Events. He's always had a knack for, you ever meet those people that could just pinpoint people's strengths and, things that they're good at and kind of bring it out? Like, he's that type of guy. You know what I mean? He really saw a piece in everybody, and I will 100% give him credit to to getting this whole thing started, getting the LLC, telling us that we gonna meet, figuring out the jobs and roles. Like, my boy really put it all on the table, and it was up, and it was us for us as a group to kind of fill our roles the right way. And I think, like you said, like everybody had a part to play. Everybody knew their specific role, and we kind of just kept rolling.
That's love. That's love. And bro,
it's your boy King Trey here with that Decoding Two Sides of the System. Listen, if you are going through any mental health problems, if you are struggling with any mental health issues, just know that you matter, and it matters. Don't matter whatever the problem is. And I would like to be the person to help you. If you're going through any mental health problems, I want you to go on any one of my posts on my page, any social media, and comment Be Different. Whenever you comment Be Different, I will DM you and we can set up a one-on-one meet for me to help you become whatever version of yourself you deem to fit. If you want to be the best version of yourself, if you want to continue to be great, if you want to take accountability, please contact me and I will help you on your journey to be whatever version you want to be. Be different.
The crazy thing that I was looking at y'all, especially just because you just said the closest person in your group was like 9 years. There's a lot of people that get into business and things, and especially like when the money comes and things, like just looking at y'all from outside view and just seeing you, just kind of like knowing like you a little bit. Y'all don't have no egos, and y'all really genuinely mess with each other. Y'all are genuinely friends. Like, you take away the business, y'all still could chill, y'all still could kick it. Even outside the nightlife, y'all still can kick it. What's that like? Like, what does that feel like to be getting money, experiencing new things, coming from the bottom of y'all creating a community to having a residency? Like, what does that feel like?
It's a damn headache, if I'm being honest with you, because I think people gotta, like, just like you said, the money and friendships, like that's not an easy thing to do in business. And I feel like we've done it really well, only because the first thing, whenever there's any like a discrepancy or like an argument or any disagreement, like, let's make sure the money ain't the problem. You know what I mean? That's what the first thing we're going to do is not even bring money into this, because even right now, like, the coolest thing about what we do, bro, is that people don't know. We don't touch nothing, because like everything is right back into the business, because we see so much longevity in it. We probably do look like we balling. Hey, that's not how you run a business. Like, we got to keep everything in, and when it's time to, we will.
Facts.
It's cool being in business with them, because we've all grown in 6 years. We've all grown in 10, 15 years, so to see these men kind of grow from boys to men, and also in such an entrepreneurial place of having our own business and, you know, doing what we're doing in the city and seeing how we all carry ourselves is that we still the same locals from back in the day. You know what I mean? Not too high, not too big for anybody. So the fact that they've all been able to keep that and still have these huge goals and aspirations that we all do on the side it's really dope to see, for real.
Facts. I love hearing that. And hearing what you said too, a lot of people don't understand that when you have a business, just because it's bringing in money don't mean you don't have to sacrifice no more. Don't mean that you stop putting money back into the business. I be explaining this to people all the time whenever they ask me, bro, you grew your page, bro, you be traveling. I'm like, bro, listen, the traveling only comes because it helps my business. I'm not just out here, oh, I'm about to go over here. Like, no, it's a process to do everything. And no, it might look good, but it's not like that. Like, it takes a lot of mental just focus. And also, people don't even understand. Most people think when you win in, it's like, oh, yeah, I could go. No, that's when you really have to lock in and look at the next goal and then the next goal and say, oh, I got to put this away. Okay, well, we can do this here. Because as it gets bigger, people don't understand that your budget gets bigger for your business. So promo money, fashion, you know, traveling, if y'all got to do something. And what's crazy is a lot of stuff happen in business on the fly. Like, you can't even prepare sometimes.
In a second. Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, bro. How just in a
bro. At least in nightlife, you could have your schedule set at 9 a.m. Friday, right? By 9:30 a.m. on Friday, your whole day is off. Like, everything is changed because it's just one of those. It's so fast. You're dealing on other people's time, and you got to worry about stuff coming in. Then you got to worry about flights. You got to worry about hotels. Then you got to worry about, like, it's a system that is not designed to be peaceful, but there is structure. I will say that. You know what I mean? You just got to go with the flow, and that's Vegas as a whole too. It's just constant. You never know what's going to happen.
It's always something to do. It's always moving parts and things like that. Nah. So we kind of touched on Sip City and kind of like how it started, but what was the origin? So you said that y'all were playing like y'all were playing slow jams, and then y'all like, man, this would be dope, or was it the parties that got y'all confidence? Like, nah, we can actually do this. Like, what was the part of that?
Yeah, it was definitely. I would honestly say knowing that there was a need for just some type of shift in the city, whether it be just, it was obviously a heavy hip hop era when we first came. It's always been a hip hop era, but like hip hop was the focus, whether that was in EDM music or in our style of music, right? R&B was starting to get a little pushed to the side. Now, anybody want to be nostalgic. So in our minds, like, it was something that was different, right? And everybody always want to be different. So instead, I ain't going to listen to what y'all listen to. I'm going to go play these cuts of R&B and see who likes it. And we find out that we all grew up on the same. Everybody grew up, whether it be your mom, your grandma, whether it be you just sitting in front of the porch hanging with the homies. Everybody was listening to R&B at one point. And I think we made it an emphasis to just go back to that feeling of a whole bunch of shit going on right now. We're growing, we're stressed, we're in college. We need something to kind of just like have a place where we can just be cool and feel how we used to feel and be nostalgic. I think that was the kind of main goal. Yes, the music was 100% kind of like the driver, but just having that place in Vegas that we can call our shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like all y'all own, like, that's
you come. It's a reunion from Palo Verde High School to Bishop Gorman to Desert Oasis High School. Like, you go to Sim City and you're gonna run into everybody you was at the lunch table with.
That's love. That's love. Added on with the tourists and people that just be with
people singing.
That's dope. And then, bro, you spoke on being different. That's my whole meaning of my page, of my theme or whatever. You know, I feel like in life, bro, everybody tells you get a role model or do this. But I feel like the gift in life and the gift within people is to be able to see something and say, I do want to be like this, but in my own version. I want to do this different. Taking the things that you see from somebody and then investing it into your best self to make it the best you. Not trying to follow the path of somebody and be the same them. Because everybody's special. We all got our special things that we like. But I feel like to sharpen your tools in yourself, you got to take the little things, because there's some things you can do, I can't do. I can do, you can't do. But if I can take a little bit of that and put it in, and that's how it seems like Sim City is. Y'all like, okay, well, this lit. hip hop here, but we don't want to go full hip hop. Oh, y'all got that, you know, the little techno. Okay, we don't want to go full techno. All right. Oh, we got that R&B. Man, let's just merge it.
We gonna hit you from all angles. We gonna get you some reggae. We gonna get some Latin in there. Like we get some one-stop shop for real. Honestly, keeps it fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. I'm rocking with that. I want to talk about perception and reality, right? And I kind of want to, you know, channel it towards like everything that y'all got going, right? There's a perception of y'all now that people don't know is like they're this, and this. The reality is y'all are that, but y'all had to go through the fire to get there. How you feel about that?
I think, yeah, that's a good question. I feel like in this city, I think we live in a city of perception. You know what I mean? Vegas is this big, grand thing that's only looked at as this one thing, not really focusing on the connecting pieces or like the outer parts of how this shit works. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Even having conversations with people on the strip, like, believe it or not, there's schools out here. I can go to a grocery store. I don't have to go to the casino or a buffet to eat. Like, there's a whole culture out here that people don't even know. And then when you bring that back to what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. I swear I didn't know, boy.
You know what's crazy? Vegas got some of the best food in the world.
In the world. Oh, my God. I had the best hibachi I've ever had in my life out there. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, I didn't even know it was like that. But yeah, my bad. I didn't even mean that because I really thought Vegas was just the strip. But everything was like, bro, I go to school. I'm like, school? Yeah, they got
inside the Cosmo? No.
MGM? Y'all going to school at the MGM? I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, Vegas is definitely looked at in one way, you know, and with Sim City, I feel like, funny coming from like a local perspective, right? The bigger you get, the more people want you to be this thing, you know what I mean, that you're not. But people might look at you like you got it. People like look at you like you think you got it, or, you know, you're popping. In reality, like you just doing the same things that you was doing to get to this point. How I carry myself should dictate how you view me, right? But if you view me in a way that has nothing to do with my actual character that you receive, it's no time. I have no time for you, bro, because I'm not going to keep pleading a case that there's no need. You know what I mean? You don't want to see the other side, right? So I don't have to give it to you. But there are, on the other hand, you start to run into a lot more people that see you as an influence, as an inspiration, and kind of like a little bit hope that you can do, you know, these crazy out-of-pocket things that we're doing on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So the balance of just knowing, I know who I am. We all know who we are, you know, within our group. And it's going to be a lot of opinions. It's going to be a lot of criticism that has no even the closest idea to what the real story is. Those other people that continue to kind of pour love into your tank, you know what I mean? Give you that extra motivation to go forward because you're inspiring them so much. It kind of balances out. It's just noise at the end of the day. So you just got to see what you want to listen to.
Facts. Nah, bro, that's a great way to put it. And bro, I swear it's annoying to me that people will see you in the city and they'll be like, oh, you think you this. Like, they get this whole thing in their head of, like, trying to humble you. Like, bro, I went to school with you. Like, you ain't even like that. And you live out here. You don't even stay in. People be so mad at you. And where is all this energy coming from? Like, bro, I don't even talk to you. But they'll look at your page and look at your life. And I feel like especially when you in town or where you from, you can be a reflection of what people want it to be. And then had a courage to go step into the unknown like we talked about. But then they will try to chastise you and say, you ain't and try to bring your confidence or your spirits down to make them feel better. Like, yeah, I seen him and I told him. It's like, bro, I don't even talk. Like, bro, what are you doing?
It's funny because you hit that on the head, right? It's like when you're doing things that people feel like they could do themselves but never did. You get that, you know, I mean, you get that shade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
I
know you're hurting because you're seeing it. So like, I'm just giving you what it could have looked like, and I'm sorry because it does look good, but there's no reason that you couldn't have done it yourself. That's why that's the biggest thing I think I did always enjoy about always being around you and Lamel was y'all was always so positive in a place where we didn't see the sun for 117 days, right?
And it's cold.
What the hell y'all smiling for? When it's 30 degrees, no sun. It's perspective. And sometimes you realize later down the line, right, that people have always have a certain perspective. And that's one thing I always notice about you 100%.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm always trying to make a time out of no time. Like, always trying to laugh, always trying to do positivity. Because I feel like in the world now, everybody is comparing just lives and what you have, what you don't have, money. And to me, bro, it don't even really matter, bro. People especially with the mental health, like I see and I follow everything. Like you got people that celebrities with millions of dollars killing themselves, committing suicide. Like, are you and they have the lives that people say, oh, this is what I want. But I truly feel like if you're not doing nothing that makes you happy, or you're not on your purpose, then it doesn't matter the money that come in, because you're not gonna be happy. And there's certain steps and qualities that you gotta go through within self-development to make yourself happy. And I feel like just with y'all, because I kind of go through it too, but I know that y'all being in the city, it's hard for people to see y'all and give y'all them flowers. They would rather be like, I ain't gonna really speak because he probably think he like that. And it's like, no, this is social media is a business. Some people, they don't look at it like that because their lives are on social media. So they living their life on there. But what I see from your social media don't dictate the type of person you are off social. It's crazy that you can have nothing turned into something and then have everything. But in the stage of nothing, you get your support. In the stage of something, you start to get pre-hate. And then when you get everything that they feel like they want, they like, man, he ain't even like that, man. Forget all of them. How you feel about that, bro? Because that's how I be feeling. I'm going to just keep it a band. Like, I feel like it's those three stages. And early is easy to support. When they start to see it, it's like, I'm going to start hating a little bit. But when you get it, it's like, I can't stand them. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, bro?
No, I do. And I think I've ran into that personally a few times with just like more on a sibling type of thing. You know what I mean? I feel like me and my siblings we got big goals and aspirations, and it's not competitive, but don't nobody want to be the last one. But
the last one,
in that it's a little shade. And like I said before, I think when you're doing things people want to do that either can't do or have not done yet, there's either people that use it as motivation, there's people that use it as something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll ever get rid of those people. We'll never get rid of the people that praise us. You know what I'm saying? It's like that constant battle. But when you popping, and this is something I've always said, is like when you've always been popping, right? You never really feel like you have to try too hard, and you never really feel like you got to throw any hate. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like your light is about to be overtaken by another light that might be coming to your area, that's when you feel like you might have to maneuver, you might have to say some things, you might have to defend yourself, keep your position. But in reality, everybody deserves the light, bro. It ain't too much. It's enough to go around for everybody.
Real talk, bro. And then I think too, this is how I feel, because they have people out there, bro, that will try to humble your confidence. Even like within my family, I love my family, but some of my family will try to humble me and my confidence. And what I mean by that is they'll say, oh, you got all these subscribers, you think you this. I don't come in that light. I don't see y'all. I live in Oregon. I come down. It's like, nah, I'm not that. But when you come, give me that energy. Now you're not going to get the Trey that's on there like, oh, yeah, mental health. I'm going to be like, nah, I am that. That's why you saying that. Why you coming at me trying to and what people don't understand is whenever you start being successful, or whenever somebody deem you as a successful person, even if you don't feel like it, there's no there's no friends or no family that's going to be subject to hate or try to dictate your confidence. And what I mean by that is if you successful or somebody deem you as successful, even if it's your family, they will really try to poke at you. Now, family, it might not be as hard as somebody who really don't like you, but whenever you start being successful, you get it on all angles. So if you out there and you chasing your dreams or you doing something, don't worry about the shade that you get from your family. You are going to get shade from the people that you love. That's what comes with success. That's what I learned. I mean, I can't really speak for you. I'm speaking on my end, but this is real conversations that people don't have and they don't understand. Like when you're successful, you think that your family gonna line up and they supposed to be happy. No, some people are so competitive and some people want to be the one that's doing what you're doing. So they'll come off as shady, and it's just the reality of it. You always say this. I always say blood is something that you're born into. Loyalty, trust, and your character makes you family. That's just how I live my life with my mindset. I have a lot of family members. We all blood, but honestly, this person don't like this person for some, or it could be generation ahead of me. They had kids. They didn't mess with my... People act like, you're immune to hate within your friend or family circle. That's not the case. How you feel about that? I mean, I'm speaking on my end. What you think?
I think, yeah, no, I don't think you're wrong with that lane. I do feel like you do things... Sometimes people just don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
parents, and especially family, like it goes back to what you said about getting out of your comfort zone. You doing things that normally your family wouldn't do, that could, in their mind, put you in another position to be this thing that they've seen come from this, right? But that you don't know or want to listen to how I feel about it, where I would never be that version of what this is. I'm this version of what it is. You know what I mean? And sometimes family do that to, you know, to take care of you, and they want to make sure that you're safe, and they don't want you to, you know. And on the other hand, some family be hating. You know, I've luckily never come into at least my blood, thank goodness. But I know that a lot of the times people just don't want you to do things because they just scared of how they think it's going to turn out, and to no fault of their own. You ain't no fortune teller, but I don't have to sit here and tell you that. I can still do what I want to do in my way, and eventually, I think it works out when you got good intentions and your heart's good.
For sure. For sure.
But family always gonna have something to say. I got a sister that'll tell me something that she ain't even in the conversation. She gonna tell me her 2 cents.
Big facts.
You feel me?
Big facts. Big
always
facts.
Gonna be something.
Yeah, nah, and I love family, and I be trying to give information to people who gonna start on their own journey. A bunch of my people, like, they're starting on their own journey, whether it be mental health, whether it's being a father, whether it's being a businessman, or a club promoter, whatever. The most important thing, or some advice that I can give y'all just off the top, is early on you gotta run off your own energy, because nobody's going to see the vision that you have for yourself. And it's very important that you could be able to motivate yourself, be positive to yourself. People looking at my last pod, I got 13,000 views, but I just looked at my pods yesterday. My second pod only had 38 views. That's me running on my own energy. That's me running on my own belief. And then even y'all with y'all parties, you know, not everything goes a line of what y'all have now, but it's the process of y'all mentally locking in and running off your own energy. How you feel about that term of running off your own energy?
Running off your own energy is really close to how I view believing in the delusion, because a lot of the things that you're doing in the beginning, they're so big and they're so out of here, and they're probably never really been done before. And a lot of people are going to tell you that you're tripping, that you're crazy, that's not possible. You have to believe in the delusion, because we're sitting in an entire world right now, at least I can speak on our group, where everybody told us this wasn't possible. There's gonna be no 20-year-olds in the club without an album, without a track. There's no way y'all gonna have a show, you know, doing strictly R&B. There's no way you're gonna run an R&B show and now take over, you know, the newest hotel in Vegas. Like, there's so many things that people just can't see themselves, and they put limitations on you. I tell everybody, believe in the delusion, bro, because it's only a delusion until it happens. You feel me?
Facts. But I was literally listening to a quote actually this morning. Like, I like to listen to motivational stuff in the morning. I like listening to music. I like to get my mind going. I can't remember who said the quote, but it was like, you know, everything in the world was once a delusion. So if you think about it, delusion doesn't really exist if you have the work ethic to get what you want, because everything was a delusion. Thomas Edison failed millions of times, but he got the light bulb. But it was a delusion at first. Like, you're delusional. That's never going to happen. Whether it's a couch, a TV, like, you, as well as your things, a show, you gotta believe in it first before anybody, and be comfortable whenever somebody don't see what you say. And I agree, you know, some families, you know, they're on the protecting you, and they don't want you to, you know, like, they never seen it. But whenever they say, oh, well, what make you think you gonna do that? What make you think I can't? And I feel like that's the bridge to it. If you can have that bridge, I mean, bro, first off, looking at y'all, bro, y'all are a testament to a lot of different things. Not only is it that y'all have your own show, but y'all have real friendships, and y'all have a business together that y'all grew into getting your own show. Some people are just blessed with, let's say they're a celebrity, they get this, oh, we're going to do a show for you here. Y'all actually did the groundwork. And what people don't understand is, having a business and growing a business, you got to learn all parts. Y'all know all parts of a business. Like, you see what I'm saying? I mean, I felt you whenever you shook your head, because I know what it's, I get it. But some people don't understand that. They just think that the part of the business is just the last thing, which is the, you know, the party.
It's the tip of the iceberg at that point. You know, honestly, yeah, because everybody show up on show day, have a great time. We'll see you in a couple months. You know what I mean? But it really be like that, because like the preparation and the mental side that goes into just putting on a show. Like, you don't know how many times we'd either change the date, change the venue, lost the artist, got an artist back, artist canceled the day before, got to find another artist. It's like, no. It's work, but
yeah,
it teaches you how to be, and I know you could attest to this too, it teaches you how to be flexible, and because you could have one move that, this is going to whole month, you know what I mean? Or maybe we pivot this way, You know, it's going to take a little bit more work. Probably mad that we even got to go this route in the first place, but it's what we got to do to get to where we want to go. Period, point blank. It's real small room for sadness in this line of work. It's a lot of small room for, you know, feeling.
I think in all lines, if you have a business, what you saying right now, you can keep going. You gotta have that, like the short term, because your mind is so pure into making your money. Like a lot of people think that what I do with podcasting or what you do right now, like it's things I gotta work, I gotta be able to promote, I gotta be able to do this, I gotta be able to break down clips, and all in one. Like
yeah. And people got the nerve to ask why you ain't slept. What? Don't ask me that. If you don't even know what I got to do today and tomorrow and Thursday, you know. But no, I agree. It's a battle. But I think like at the end of the day, I would take owning my own business, and I feel like everybody say this, but I take owning my own business over working for somebody else forever, because it goes back to kind of what we were talking about in the beginning. I think you learn about 10 times the amount of business that you do by yourself than you do with somebody else, because you got to figure it out. You know what I mean? It ain't nobody that you can go to. It's just you. So I advise everybody at least start something eventually for that maturity and that growth.
Facts. And too, I would advise people too. What I'm learning now, what I've been learning as far as like with the pod and winding down on time, I'm gonna get you up out of here. I told you I'm real good with time. But,
hey, I've had a great time.
I love it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it for sure. One thing that I've learned is whenever you're working for somebody else, and the difference between working for somebody else and working for yourself is whenever you see the progress, it hits different. So for instance, if you're working at a job and you get a bonus, you're like, oh, I just got this extra bread. Whenever you work yourself into the point to where you deserve a bonus and then they have to pay you exactly what you work, it's going to hit you different. It's a different feeling of working your way up to get what you deserve for your own business rather than you selling somebody else's. And I agree with you too. You know, like having my own thing is a blessing. It takes a lot of work. I'm not always the best communicator to some people. I'm not always the one that's going to pick up the phone sometimes. Some parts you got to sacrifice, you know. But one thing about me is I'm honest. My friends hit me, hey, bro, you trying to, nah, I can't do that. I got to work. I got this pod stuff. They're like, dang. At first, you go through a learning stage because first people don't really believe in the dream. Like, whenever I would tell my homeboys that, they're just like, man, he doing this. He messing with girls. He ain't serious. He ain't trying to do nothing. But as they started seeing the progress of the pod start going up, it's like, oh, nah, he was serious. Nah, he working. Really like, Trey working. People get mad whenever they have to go to the point of proving people wrong. Don't get mad. Don't prove people wrong. Prove yourself right. By proving yourself right, you're going to prove others wrong. How you feel about that?
Every time. I feel like the more you dive into your business and you cut out the noise, it becomes tunnel vision to where you start accomplishing, you start figuring it out. And next thing you know, you look up, you got 27,000 followers. You got a complete set of comments, people engaging with your stuff because you put in the real work. You know what I mean? And it wasn't a gimmick. And I think people now it's becoming a pattern to kind of latch on to what's already popping, to kind of boost yourself up, to speed up the process. But people don't realize that like comes with an attachment to that said brand until you've developed your brand enough to kind of not outshine, but kind of hold your own in this class. You're not going to be on that level, if that makes sense. I I run it with the party scene out here. I feel like there's a lot of collaborations in terms of elevation and not in terms of growth. Like you're trying to get up as fast as you can instead of really figure out how you're even supposed to be at that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We've done it in sometimes. It's like try to like collab with people that we feel like we're popping, right? We do the collab and it's dope for the moment, but they go on to get another 150 followers and, you know, we still sitting with our nice 17 that we picked up last week. You know what I'm saying? That's not real growth. That's not organic customer development.
Facts.
Dive into yours. You know what I'm saying? Get all that you have into yours before you try to add other pieces or add other cars, you know, to your lane. Like there's just it's a lot more of a benefit, like you said, kind of just accomplishing those things on your own. And there's longevity in doing the work. That's all.
Big facts. Yeah. I mean, bro, my favorite artist is Young Dolph. Rest in peace of Young Dolph. But he said something and he was like, you know, everybody just want the glitz and the glamour. Everybody want to start at the top, but nobody want to put in the work to get to the top. Like, And if you think that you just gonna hop into something, you're gonna be at the top, you try to catch on and latch. And even if you do, you gotta bring something to the table. Make it worth somebody while. And don't feel like you deserve something. Like, really work for it. Everybody would just want to start at the top of everything. People don't even realize, before you hear Lil Baby or Kodak, or if you go back to all their projects, you'll be like, bro, what? You seen them at a point, but they was rapping for years. NBA YoungBoy from Louisiana, he'd say he was rapping at 13. He started popping at 20 something. People don't understand that it's a process to get there. And the people that have done the process and get there, they're like, dang, what are you gonna bring to us? It don't be relationships with people, it be business. Like, it's business. Like, if you I get hella friends talk about, hey Trey, let me be on the pod, bring me on the pod. No, why would I bring you on my pod? You don't have nothing you don't have no bit. What are we talking about?
Right.
Like,
What are you adding here? No, I feel that 100%. And I think it's the easy route, like you said. You know what I mean? It's a whole what do you call them? It's a whole generation of instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for people to understand the grind and the process. And I'm telling you right now, if somebody told me that I had to wake up and start manual labor every single day, like some of our, I would say, ancestors and some of our people that came before us did, I don't have the heart for that. You know what I mean? So it's knowing my role, but also knowing that it's a grind to what we do too. Just might not be the same grind as you. It's a process. If you're really working, everybody that knows the grind sees it. You know when somebody's on that type of time. You know when somebody's in that headspace. So it's genuine. Like, you don't have to question it. And those are the collabs I want. Those are the people that I want to further this business with, not the ones that's just here for the hype. You smell them out too quick.
Yeah, the Instagram fame or some stuff like that. Facts, big facts. Well, look, bro, this is the last segment of the show. I call it Decoding the Real. It's like a little sentiment of, like, you know, giving people that flowers. But I want to say, man, because I ain't going to say, like, I'm real with my subscribers. Like, we don't really, like, we just have great chemistry because I've known them for a minute, but we haven't really got a chance to kick it and just really just, you know, get a chance to chop it up and stuff. But I want to say, bro, I appreciate you. Even, bro, just how genuine you was whenever we was at the club. And I was like, bro, hey, did you go to Pierce? Like, even you just taking the time out to just chop it up with me a little bit brief of time because I knew you was working. Bro, I truly, truly appreciate you, bro, especially seeing somebody that I seen used to hoop, you know, come up and turn, like I said, something into nothing, nothing into something, and then something into everything. Like, I truly, truly, truly admire your work. I'm a fan. Look, I know these times people don't like giving people their role. They don't like saying all this because it'd be like on camera. I truly don't care. Like, I'm somebody you can say, I don't care. If I'm a fan of somebody, I'm gonna tell them I'm a fan. That's not how I carry myself. But if that's how you feel, oh well, I'll mess with you anyway. Nah, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to your team, Simp City, all that. Truly, truly appreciate you, bro. For real. Thank you. For real.
Thank you for having me over, man. I mean, it's funny. I'm starting to get comfortable more doing things like this more, and, you know, having a familiar face, a familiar friend doing it. You know, I mean, it makes it a lot easier for me. But I want to say, you bringing light to a whole group, you know, a whole race that doesn't really focus on mental health. I really think that's a good thing that you're doing. And I feel like it's a time where people are more open to receiving it, you know, so the people that are actually in the trailblazers and the ones in the forefront of, you know, displaying the information, there's a lot of people that don't do it the right way. You do it the right way and you keep it real. So I'm tapped in 100%. I'm tapped, because if anybody's screaming Pierce in Live nightclub, my neck almost broke. First of all, nobody knows Pierce out here. So who are you? And I'm glad I saw you. I'm really glad I saw you.
Big facts. Look, hey, we're gonna be in Vegas in the summertime.
So you know that's when we get active. You know, that's when we in full roll.
Hey, I'm gonna definitely tap in with y'all, and bro, we might have to do some behind the scenes, get all y'all mic'd up. Y'all come back on the show as it's growing. Like, we might have to do something live. You know, bring everybody else on. Again, my people, they travel. They mental health people. You never know. You know, maybe we have to do something live. Get mic'd up, get a camera, and just chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
Would be crazy. A pod of Simp City would actually be
we could do like some behind the scenes, and I could drop it on my channel type stuff. We're gonna have to do some, maybe you can do like a vlog of like the event or something. Like, hey, y'all backstage. Like, we'll be backstage with y'all. A little bit out your way though, cause I know y'all working, and then like drop the pod. Like, you know how $1 million worth of game is doing it, like how they do the vlog and the pod type stuff. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know, cause we coming for sure ahead of time. And yeah, if they willing to come on this pod. I got a pod dropping Monday, and then after that, this one is gonna drop. So
we always want the ones that make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it makes sense, trust. Hey, listen, hey, I'll be there. Because I love doing stuff. I love connecting. I love like shining light to people that's actually doing it. They got good character. So sure, bro. But thank you again, man. It's another episode of Decoding Two Sides of the System, man. Y'all keep tapping in. Love, peace, and y'all already know the motto, man. Be different.
Peace. Love it.
Hold your applause, I ain't done yet. Immortality got me weary since Kobe died. I got this watch on my arm, but I'll never know my time. So my focus lies in my work, which got me in no